Hey guys, got the third battle with this team here, so let's just dive straight into the battle with a Lucario, who will obviously not get damaged by the sandstorm, so my focus sash, as you probably know by now, will definitely stay intact. Just gonna go for the safe close combat. There's no point over predicting him. He thought I was a Zoroark, which is a great way because most people don't predict that. And since Zoroark is normally considered a lead, they won't know what Pokemon I'm using it later, which is a Latios, but most won't know. That's a small thing, so maybe you could use that to your advantage, maybe an overuse, disguise it as something else, and it might be very effective, but just don't put it as a lead because that's far too obvious. Okay, I'm gonna go for a rock slide here. Hopefully I will get the flinch, but then I realized it can't get a flinch due to the sheer force negating the secondary effects, but it does boost it up. Maybe if I was full attack it would have been better. And I'm coming to see that this Nidoking, though it is quite cool to have a mixed attacker, it would have been better if it was just solid pure physical or solid pure special, and then it might have not got people off guard, but it would have definitely got a lot more knockouts. I thought I would have been faster than this Crustle, but apparently Empoleon isn't fast enough to outspeed a bug with a rock on its back, and it's a penguin, named after Napoleon nonetheless. But anyway, the Earthquake is going to take me out, and I thought I was faster than the Sandslash 2, which is basically a rock, but whatever, doesn't matter. Anywho, Latios comes in. I'm going to just go for the straight Surf because it hits everything on his team, and as you know, it's Spec, so it does a decent amount. I'm predicting him to go for the Stealth Rock. This whole battle I thought all of his guys are Stealth Rock. It was a pretty ground based team, maybe that's why he had the Tyranitar, but every Pokemon I thought he would use Stealth Rock, so I always want to switch into my Lucario so its Focus Sash would always be intact. He goes for the Metal Burst, which is a very nice move, but not if you don't hit it because it can't counter anything back. Just going to go for the safe close combat, knowing that nothing on this team can really take it. Maybe it's Sandslash, but not even that because it will take quite a decent chunk, and I'm going to switch to my Latios, predicting Earthquake, which is exactly what I do here. Just going to go for the Surf again because, as I said previously, it is the safest move I can go for. Exactly what I do, and just rinse and repeat as standard. The Specs does a disappointing amount considering it is just a Whiscash, but Whiscash is relatively bulky and can Dragon Dance, so I'm probably going to use a Whiscash now, maybe an RU, UU, something like that, but I know Scyther can definitely take a couple of hits. It's most likely not going to carry an Ice move or anything that's super effective, so Waterfall, Earthquake, Dragon Dance, maybe Substitute, something like that. I'm just going to go for the Toxic, knowing I'm still faster even at +1 because Scyther is pretty fast. I've got a bit of special speed investment, and the Waterfall at +1 stab doesn't do much at all. I'm not getting any leftovers recovery, which is unfortunate. Gonna go for the Substitute here just to stall a bit more Toxic. He goes for the correct play, the Dragon Dance, so he outspeeds me next turn, but he also makes sure that he takes another turn. Maybe he doesn't take an air release, but an extra turn of Toxic is just as helpful for me. I'm going to go for the Roost here just because I can outstall it a bit more. Maybe an air release would have been the correct choice, but with Technician, but no attack investment is going to make it a bit weaker than it would normally be if it was max attack. So offensive Scyther with Evil Light might be relatively good as well, but this is a bulky Scyther. Not got any HP investment because I want to max out my defense. It's got a bit of speed just to outspeed base hundreds if they're yeah, just to outspeed base hundreds, even if they're at plus nature, since I am a jolly Scyther. But I am able to survive another one. Maybe could have gone for another one, maybe kept my Scyther alive for a bit. Just want to go for the Aerial Ace, and the Toxic is going to take him out with me next turn. So that's what happens. Scyther is very good. I'm definitely, if I make a properly underused team, going to use either like Scyther in it, and maybe Donphan as a Rapid Spinner, Blastoise as a Rapid Spinner, but you need a Rapid Spinner for it to be a sufficient wall-ish thing. Lucario again gonna come in knowing it can hit everything, but this actually isn't my Lucario, it's my Zoroark, and knowing he would think that I am a Lucario going to Sandslash, I can go for the safe Grass Knot. It doesn't take it out, which is surprising. Zoroark doesn't have the best special attack. I didn't expect to take it out, but I expected it to go to red at least, but it's a standard 2-hit KO nonetheless. Maybe Sandslash isn't that heavy. He has to go into his Tyranitar now, and I've got the game in the bag. Lucario can just close combat him after my Zoroark dies, and he probably knows it's a Zoroark now because firstly Lucario can't learn Grass Knot, secondly I'm taking Sandstorm damage. He's going to go for the Earthquake. it's the safest move he can go for. Stone Edge might miss. I'm able to survive, but the Sandstorm is going to take me out. So again, as I've said in many of my previous battles, this team doesn't work really well together, but individually they can work to surprise the opponent. That's this main team's overall message, just surprise. And often surprise works, often it doesn't, and maybe I don't play it quite right, but in this battle his team was quite weak to a lot of things. It didn't have any core or anything, it was just a bunch of ground types put together, but sometimes that works, and he took me down to only my Lucario and Latios left, which are both overused, so maybe it's a better team for him. But yeah, hope to see you in the near future.